Alright, today I'm going to give you guys a detailed look at this Final Fantasy VII FN Children set. Now this is the Cloud Strife with his motorcycle. So there's the box. It's a massive box. It came from Japan, and inside you can see the inner box is actually protected quite nicely by 8 of these foam corners. And here's what the inner box looks like. There's a giant window. You can see Cloud and the car. the motorcycle, and then some of the accessories. And on the back, you see a couple of pictures of the figure and the motorcycle. And here's a little reference for you. So here's Masterpiece Megatron next to the box. You can see how big that is. Alright, top tray, you get the figure, the alternate head, the extra arm, and a bunch of hands, and a necklace of some sort. And the next tray you get a couple of blades and the slots for the blades. And third tray you get more swords. And lastly, the creme de la creme. It's the bike. Really, really pretty. And inside back of the box, you get the figure stand and instructions. And on the bottom of the bike, let's see. Here's where you need the 3 LR44 batteries. So you would need those to get them at Walgreens or wherever. They should be easily obtainable. And then here, the compartment, there's a screw, there's a cover for it too, and then also a exterior housing for it. And here's the battery cover. It's translucent, and then the outer housing. Alright, so here's the bottom of the bike. So you can see here, and in order to remove these two side pieces, inside here, the instruction doesn't really tell you these things though, but in here, you can see there's a peg hole right there, right in there. Flip this over, you can see there's the peg hole right there. I actually pushed the piece out a little bit already, but it should be sticking in quite a bit. See how there's a little nub right there. You need to push that outward. And same with the top, there's a piece of nub right there. And this whole piece, it's on a ball system. It's attached right here and attached bottom right here. So that's why it moves. But when you're pulling this, make sure you're only pulling the black piece off and not the gold piece. So if you look at the bike from the top here, from the front here, you want to remove this black piece, but not the inner gold piece. And here's what it looks like when it's removed. You can see there are two pegs right here, especially the back one here. It's really, really tough. This one, it's attached to here, but it's really, really tough to get it out. This side is a lot easier, and then so yeah, it goes to those two holes right there, and then the same with the other side. And since I've loosened this up, it should be a lot easier to remove now. See, right there. So basically, just pegs in like that, and then you want to attach the blades attachment. Well, I think it's which way it's supposed to go. Let me see. And here I attached it on there, and make sure when you're press the bottom portion, because the top, these are all very thin plastic pieces here, so you don't want to apply pressure over here. You want to apply pressure on the bottom so it pegs in there. But for me, I'm not going to push it all the way in. I don't want to force it in there, and I won't be able to take it back out. But it is a very, very tight joint right there. And same with the front. Slide that in and peg that, and then just reattach the outer piece, like right there. So just like that. And to be honest, I don't think this is very sturdy. The peg system doesn't really fit in that well. And you don't even want to force it in, because right here it's already, this piece right here sticks out and it's kind of touching the this plastic piece already. So there's not a whole lot of room for you to push stuff in. This is barely touching, and the front is also barely touching, and just reattaching this. And you can't really force it either, because you might break this, because it's all plastic. So, yeah, it's not going in. Alright, and here's what he looks like on the bike and with the attachments. So here, let's see, zoom in so you guys can see the blades are resting comfortably on these slots right here. 3 of each on each side. And then Cloud himself, I switch out the head, so now this one has goggles on. Oh, and this piece right here, this piece I was talking about earlier, it's not a necklace, it's just his goggles to go over his neck. So here, got him on, and here his hand's holding on to one sword. And it's best to heat it up with the hairdryer, heat up the hand with the hairdryer so you could actually get him to grip the sword. Otherwise, it will be impossible, pretty much impossible for him to grip the sword. Zoom out so you can see the bike again. Little aerial view right there. Looking really, really impressive. And on the bottom, let me rotate them around. So once I flipped that switch, then there's the headlight right there, super bright. Right there. Very, very cool. I think that's the only light up feature. And actually I stand corrected. And the back, you can see there's another light back here. Nice. Very awesome. So let's see, you guys get a good look at the front here. The 3 blades. Really, really good. Rotate them a little bit over on this side, so you guys can see the blades on this side as well. Honestly, this is a very, very impressive set. Very expensive too, but a very, very cool set. Alright, and here I got him riding the bike pretty nicely. You gotta cheat a little. In order for his butt to plant on that seat, you would have to push his foot actually behind the foot pedal. Let me see how I would be able to show you guys. On the bottom you might be able to see it. Let's see. Let me focus. Alright, here you can see there's the foot pedal right there, and then his foot is actually behind it, because the foot pedal is actually too high, a little higher than I would like for him to look properly. So once you slide his foot behind the foot pedal, you will be able to get him lower down quite a bit more. Focus. There we go. Pull it back out, and here you can see he is situated on the bike pretty nicely actually. But another issue is the collar, the rubberized collar that he has. This piece, even though it's softer plastic, but it's still pretty hard, so he won't be able to look up that much. I mean, here's how far. Here's about how far he can look up. So if you want his body to even be to lower down, like the chest, if you want the chest to be closer to the tank, he won't be able to do that. If he were to do that, he won't be able to be. He won't look up at all. He'll just be looking down here. So yeah, you could cheat a little by leaning him towards one side and then kind of looking towards out, and then you will have a great shot of him kind of like that from lower up angle. That's a great shot. So he's looking at the camera and riding the bike, which is awesome. So as far as the bike, if you own the other version, which came out quite a long time ago, I would say about 8-9 years ago, they made another version with the bike. It's a smaller, scaled down version, because before the Player Sky figure were about 6-7 inches tall, 7 inches or so, and then the bike was a lot smaller. But as far as the articulation, it's pretty much the same. It still has a little tilt right there, left and right, and then the wheels, they do move quite nicely actually, and it's not a rubber piece, which I like. It's harder. It's somewhat of a harder, but it's not like super hard plastic. But yeah, if you use a hair dryer, you can soften up that those tires. So same with the back tire right here. Same thing. It's, you see, I could kind of squeeze it, but it's not like super soft like regular tires, which I don't like, because those do tend to put out too much oil when you leave it on a display on a table or something, because it does put out a little bit of oil. But this is much harder, so I don't think that will do that. And then as for the kickstand, it's made out of metal actually, so that's nice. It's really nice. So you won't have to worry about breaking that kickstand. And then as for the steering, and as for the throttle, I think that's what it's called, I'm not sure. But yeah, it does move a little bit. Looks like it's on a ball joint there, so yeah, kind of nice. So it gives you a little more room to work with when you have the figure holding that. And let's get a decent look at the bike itself now. So it's all, well, a lot of black and some copper, well, some gold color finish and all that, and then there's wash here and there. Really nice. I think they did an amazing job with this. And for the price you're paying, I mean, it better be really nice. But the whole thing, it's plastic. I don't think there's any metal pieces other than the kickstand. And yeah, I don't feel any metal on this thing, but it is nice though. It's a very, very nice looking piece, and big. I'll give you a measurement in a little bit. For now, let's admire all the detailing on this bike here. Oh, it's a fuel tank right there, and the fuel cap. Very nice. Let's take a look at the dash. Zoom out a little bit. Really, really good looking bike. And as for the figure, it's pretty much identical to the one we got previously. Same amount of details. I mean, the vest does look like it's made out of cloth-like material, but it's not. It's not an actual sweater. I mean, sweatshirt, I guess. Well, short sleeve sweater, I guess. Not sure what this thing's called, but yeah, it looks like it because the pattern looks really well done. And then the only soft good is this leg skirt thingy, which has a wire running through it, so you can manipulate it however you want when he's on the bike. And then joint wise, I mean, these are all ratcheting joints. You all know about these. Yeah, all these ratcheting joints, even the wrists, chest, and then the hips are on ratcheting system. Double jointed knees, and then ball hinge ankles. So, and toes articulation, looks like. And here's the back side of Cloud Strife. And yeah, these slots for the swords. So, very nice. And back to the front. Yeah, figure-wise, it's a great figure. If you don't already have the original, this might be your chance of getting it. And if you want the bike, it's perfect. And this is a rubber piece, and yeah, rubber piece. Alright, so I have to use another camera to film this because the one that I'm using ran out of memory, so I'm gonna film the rest with this one. So at the end of the day, this thing is very, very expensive. It's gonna set you back about, let's see, I got it through AmiAmi, and on their website, with shipping was crazy high because how big this box is, and then they put this box inside another box when they ship it, so it makes it even bigger. So overall, shipping almost costs $100 just to ship this thing, and with everything, shipping and the figure itself, came up to about $355 US. Still cheaper than BBTS, because I think BBTS had it at $360 something before shipping, but they only charge $4 for shipping, so yeah, that's cheap too. Well, I don't know about this one. I don't know. Well, I guess maybe they will. So yeah, but overall, a great piece. If you don't already have this figure, it's definitely worth. I mean, it's super nice. If you love the game Final Fantasy VII, or if you love the movie Final Fantasy VII Advent Children, you would really like this set here. And posability, the figure is amazing, just like all the other PlayArt Kai figures. They're always good with range motion, and you can even see it here. Shoulders, there's no restrictions whatsoever except for this shoulder piece here. And then as for the legs, the crotch piece is actually, and it actually has a slot here too, so it gives you even more range of motion. And this is a rubber piece, so yeah, it'll definitely give. And so yeah, plenty of range of motion. And then legs, same thing, full range. And then the elbows, you could bend over 90 degrees, about that much. So yeah, good range. And even if you just have the figure standing, posing with the swords, he's gonna look absolutely amazing in front of this bike here. And yeah, so overall, I say it's worth it, but it is very expensive. So you have to make that decision yourself if you can still find it, because I know BBTS is pre-order sold out, and AmiAmi, I'm not sure whether they're sold out or not, because it's just shipped, so they might have some in stock as well. So yeah, go check out the site. And then yeah, one thing I really didn't like is how hard this collar piece is. It would have been nicer if it was softer, or if it was a little bit wider towards back here, so you could actually tilt his head even further back, so he could actually look up when he's riding the bike. But overall, great figure and a great bike. Love it. I'm definitely happy with it. See, I'm rubbing it. So yeah, overall, good. I wouldn't say a great deal, but it's okay deal. So yeah, there you go. There's PlayArt Kai Cloud Strife with his motorcycle. Thanks for watching. Alright, actually I want to show you guys this piece as well. It's kind of dark, but the shoulder pad is actually on one of those ball hinge joint too. So it doesn't really impede with the articulation too much at all. And then here you could pull this arm off and replace it with the other one. And here's what it looks like with the other arm. Just want to show you guys before I end this video. So there you go. Again, thanks for watching.